Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. Today, Dyson Ash is participating in Theme Thursday and also the 10 question tag by Stawberrymoonreborns. Yes, and the theme for today is dogs, cats, or pets. So as you can see, Shaggy is here participating, right, Shaggy? Yes, and this is actually my daughter's Build-A-Bear dog, but I can tell you my daughter, she never ever checked for this doll. It's not dog. I had purchased him online from Build-A-Bear some years ago, and my daughter never checked for him. She only notices him like if I use him in a video, like right now she's at school, and if she knew I was using him in this video, she would take him and put him in her bedroom. But other than that, she doesn't play with him. So actually I had basically given Shaggy to Dyson. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and change Dyson into his outfit of the day again, which is, well, Dyson will be wearing a little doggy. He's going to wear this shirt. It's in green, has the navy blue stripe, and have like the gray collar, the gray round collar, and then it has this cute little gray and white bulldog that have like the yellow what do you call this, at the collar. Well, I've never had, or not I've never had, but I don't know what you call it, like a dog necklace or something, or chain or something. Yeah, that along with these navy blue pants. Yes, and he's going to wear this white socks and these white koala baby tennis shoes. Yes, in size 0. Yeah, so that's what Dyson is going to wear today. And I'm going to change his pampers. He's going to wear this honest pampers that have like the bicycles. And yeah, I have his mittens right here. So let me go ahead and add his mittens. So this is a 10 question tag by Stawberrymoonreborns. And my first question is, can you remember where you were and how you felt when you held your very first reborn? Yes, I can remember. I was in my home, not this one, the one before this, and I do remember the feeling. My very first reborn doll was the Bountiful Baby that was Presley Awake by Bountiful Baby. And I keep hearing some concerns that YouTube have about, like, even though he has a clawed body, I better still cover him, huh? Yeah, I'm not monetized. It doesn't affect me in that way, but I've heard that YouTube is cutting down on certain channels that they may think is not appropriate. So so let me go ahead and change his diaper, and at the same time hide his whatever it is. I mean, he doesn't have any private parts, he just have a cloth body, but still I think this is sort of awkward actually, like hiding a cloth body. But okay, yeah, so back to my tag. Yeah, my very first reborn baby girl, I made a very good choice. She was a beautiful, well-made baby girl, and I had done my research as to what to look for when purchasing my very first reborn doll, in terms of the artistry, the painting, the coloring, rooting, all that stuff. So she was I could have seen that she was a beautiful, well-made baby girl. So when she arrived, I was not disappointed. I was so happy and totally enjoyed that. Totally, I was on cloud 9, very happy with her. So question number 2, do you normally bond instantly with a new baby, or does the bond take a while to grow? It depends, actually. I can basically look at a kit today and know whether I'm going to bond with that kit. And most of you all know that Miss Beverly from Beverly's Babies have done many customs for me, and she was also the artist of my very first reborn baby girl. So I'm pretty comfortable knowing that any customs that she does for me that I will be happy with. It's just a matter of choosing a kit that I think I would be happy with. And in most cases, I would say 90% of the time, I have bonded even before my baby arrived. Like, I knew I would not be disappointed, and therefore when the baby came, I automatically bonded. Like, this little guy is also, I had purchased him. He was not a custom. He was one that Miss Beverly had for sale, and I adopted him, and I knew I would be happy with him. And I knew because of his painting. I knew because he had full limbs, so I knew what to look for in terms of a kit, you know, and his size. So I knew I would have been happy with him, and I am still happy with him, and he's almost 3 years old today. Yes. So I basically, the only time it takes a while, really, like in the case with Dia, she was also a baby that Miss Beverly had done custom for me. It took me a while because of her size. Like, it took me a while to, her size was 1 because she was a preemie, and also, like, I was perfectly happy with her. The look of her is, it was something about the kit minus her head. Yeah, I was in love with her head. In fact, I had thought about changing her limbs, and one thing could be the fact that she was a 3/4 limb, like arms. But I don't think it was just that. It was also her legs. Yeah, I found that like if the legs is spread a little far apart. Okay, let me give you an example. Like if it's spread apart and not closed in the feet, it, like, I have an issue with that. Basically, like, it's like that's, her legs was that way, and it tend to bother me a bit. Yeah, but see, Dyson leg is, he's like bow leg, and then his feet comes in, you know, so so I don't have that issue with him. But yeah, like, I can look at a kit and see that I would have some problem bonding with it if I was to go ahead and purchase it today. So question number 3, have you ever had a baby that you love to look at and really wanted to bond with but just couldn't? Yes and no. Okay. One of my babies, okay, my Case Awake by Bountiful Baby, yes, he had a different artist. And when I opened him, his box opening, right away I knew, right away I had I was a little bit disappointed that he was not textured skin, because my very first baby girl was textured skin. My very first baby girl had textured skin. And like I said, I had done my research in purchasing her. So right away, textured skin was something that I had looked for. But the thing is, with my little boy, Bryce, which was the case awake, he was not textured skin. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking that all babies have textured skin, you know. I was sort of surprised to find that he was not, you know. And then I did have some other issues with him. But in the beginning, you know, when you first receive a baby, you're excited. You might be a little bit disappointed about one or two things. Example, like myself, I was disappointed that he did not have textured skin, but I still had enjoyed him for a while. But after all that newness wore away, then I came to learn that like painted hair really wasn't for me. And his hair was beautifully painted by Amana Hannon. And I think really, you know, I've thought too about painted hair, and I'm thinking that because I have seen a few babies with painted hair that is very lightly painted, like not very dark, and it looks to me a bit more realistic. I was wondering, like, if I try another painted hair, would I bond? But I think I better not, because for some reason, I've seen one or two painted hair babies that look very, very realistic. Like, it doesn't even look like painted hair. It was lightly painted, not very, very dark. But still, I'm afraid of having that doll feeling, and you know, because that sort of takes away from my bond. Like, if the baby looks like a doll to me, like Dyson looks like a real baby. All my other babies look like real babies, so that helps with my bond. So I found that with Bryce, it was difficult for me. Let me see, I wanted to bond with him, but just couldn't. I just couldn't. Yeah. So next question is question number 4. Do you like to take your babies out with you? If so, what kind of reactions have you had? If not, do you think you ever would? I have taken my baby out with me before. My very first baby girl, which was the Presley Awake, I actually traveled with her. I took her to meet my family. My family was aware that I collect dolls, so and I took her. I mean, you know, with family love you, so they're going to accept certain things. Well, some accept, some don't, but my family, yeah, they don't accept me necessarily, say, collecting dolls, but they realize that I'm an adult, number one, and it's something I enjoy. So for those that really have a serious issue with it, they won't say, except that my mom have said a few times, but I was really surprised at her reaction to my very first baby girl, because she fell in love with her actually, and she asked me to leave her behind when I was leaving, you know. So but I would not plan to take another baby, honestly, because it's a lot of work actually. Plus, when you traveling and you have to go through security and all that, like I didn't like going through security, you know, because I found that the officers would call their friends to come over and look at the baby, and you know, I just wasn't for that, you know. Yeah, so let me see, next question. So no, I won't take my babies out unless, like, for some reason in the future, if I'm able to have like a dolly meetup or something, then yes, gladly. But not otherwise, no. So number 5, have you ever taken a baby on holiday with you? If so, what experience have you had? If not, do you think you ever would? The same experience I just gave when I traveled to visit my family and I took my baby. Yes. I mean, my family was amazed at how realistic she looked. Yes. At one point, my sister said, in fact, I had made a little video of my family when they had seen the baby. And my sister touched my baby girl chest, said she had expected her to breathe because she looked so real. Yeah, the reaction was good, yes, except that, you know, like I said, I think it's something that they, I don't know if they really express their true feelings. No, I don't know. Like my mom, yeah, my mom would come out and say, you know, like collecting dolls are just a waste of money. But the funny thing is, when she had seen my first baby girl, my mom was in love. In fact, my baby girl spent the whole holiday that I spent with my mom, my baby girl was in her bed. My mom said the only thing man cannot do is breathe life into humans. I had to laugh. In other words, what she was saying is they can make a doll baby look so real but still cannot bring it to life, you know. So next question is number 6. Do you change around your babies in your collection a lot, or unless you can't really bond with them to stay? I have changed around my babies. Maybe it's a lot. I don't know. I don't really know if it's a lot that I've done it. I think basically I've done it for, like, I adopted out one baby, my baby boy Bryce, simply because I've lost the bond. That's it. You know, it got to the point that I really couldn't stand to look at him because it just felt like a doll, you know. And so my other babies, no, I did not. I didn't adopt them out because I lost the bond. I adopted them out because I was interested in another kit. So I adopted them out, and then I had another custom baby made. Yeah. So that's why. Question number 7. What makes you fall in love with a baby and makes you want to buy it? The artistry, if an artist, also the sculpt. But what I'm finding lately is sometimes I fall in love with like the face of a sculpt, but not the limbs. Yeah. But what makes me would want to just purchase the baby if it's a complete, if it's a baby that is completely to my satisfaction, meaning it's a beautiful sculpt and the painting is done well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's done well, that the baby does not look like a doll. Then yes. And then also, like, one time I had mentioned that I wanted to adopt a baby girl. It was also because I admire the artist. There's some artist that does such beautiful work that if you have a chance to purchase one of their babies, you would, you know. So, you know, that's also another reason too. So my next question is number 8. Of all your babies you have now or had or have coming, who is your absolute favorite? That's a hard one. Okay, or have coming, because I still have my Phoenix by Andrea Arcello. I still have my Sunny. I don't remember who Sunny is by, but I do have my Sunny. And you know, I had to change my memory card is full, so now I'm using my cell phone. And okay, so I'm gonna continue. What question was I? Okay, number 8. Of all your babies you have or had or have coming, who is your absolute favorite? Okay, yeah, like I was saying, okay, first of all, okay, let me say who is my favorite of the ones that I have now. That's a difficult one because I am really loving all 4 of my babies that I have home with me today. I'm expecting 3 more. I'm expecting Phoenix. I'm expecting Sunny. Both Phoenix and Sunny, they're smiling babies. And I'm also expecting Fritzy. Fritzy is a toddler. I hadn't even mentioned to you all about Fritzy, really. But yes, I'm expecting Fritzy. I had changed from Mike. I think Mike was by Natalie. Is it Natalie Blick? I'm not sure. I had changed, yes. I had decided instead of Natalie Blick, Mike, to do Fritzy instead. And Fritzy is I don't remember the name of the sculptor, but the same sculptor makes Frida and makes who else? Anyway, the sculpt is 24 inches, and the one that I'm getting is a standing toddler. And the idea of the standing toddler is that I'm bringing back one of my babies that I had adopted out, except that it will be as if the baby has grown up a bit older. Yes, so the baby will be a toddler. Yes. So it's sort of difficult for me to say which one is my favorite of the ones that the ones that's not here as yet. But I can tell you I do have some concerns about 1 or 2 of the ones that I have coming, the sculpt, because I love all the faces of the babies I have coming, but I'm a little bit iffy about the limbs. Like my artist is painting new limbs for my Fritzy. My Fritzy is a standing toddler, but she will also have another set of limbs that is not standing. So she would have like 2 bodies. I can switch back and forth. And then my other 2, my Phoenix and my Sunny. See, the only thing, okay, I feel like Sunny limbs are very, very close to Saskia because one leg is stretched out, one leg is bent. And then I have Dyson, one leg is like sort of straightened out, one leg is bent. Like I try to add variety in my collection, like even with the sculpts. So I was thinking about maybe giving my Sunny new limbs. I don't think I'm going to do it actually because I hate to be such a pain in the backside to my artists. And I feel like I've been that way because changing things, even changing sculpts. Yes, because I find that, see, customs are wonderful to do because especially if you have a really good artist, you can have the artist bring your vision to life. I mean, providing that you're not asking for anything that's unreasonable, you see. So what I'm saying is if I want an AA baby with hazel eyes, curly hair, you know, that's the norm. I'm not talking about anything that is outside of the norm, you know. So yeah, within the norm, you know, but it's hard for me to say, you know. But for the ones that's in my collection today, that's in my home today, the 4 babies that I have, it's hard for me to say which one is my absolute favorite. Okay, because they're different. They're also different. That's a difficult one. But if I had to choose one, see, Dyson alone is so different because Dyson is Caucasian, and my other 3 babies are African American. So, so Dyson, I mean, to me, Dyson doesn't have any competition. You know, he doesn't, because he is the only Caucasian baby today, except that I am expecting my toddler, my Fritzy, she will also be Caucasian. But that's a hard one. But okay, if I had to choose one, then maybe I would have to say my Saskia. And I would say that because she has such a beautiful skin complexion. For real, she has such a beautiful, like all my babies do, all my AA babies, yes. But Saskia I would have to say her skin complexion is probably my favorite. So I would have to choose her. She would have to be probably my favorite, I would have to say. So my next question is number 9. What has been the most lovely box opening you've ever had? I've had really 2 beautiful box opening. Number 1 is my very, very first reborn baby girl, or first reborn period, which was my Presley Awake. And also this guy, his box opening. Because I find with artists, I cannot say all with my artists. And I find that, you know, like I had purchased my very first on eBay. So I find that when an artist has a baby up for sale, they tend to add more. Well, I cannot say artists because I cannot speak for the others. So I guess I would have to speak for just the one that I'm, you know, the one that in the box opening, there's so much more goodies that come along with the baby, you know, because in my very first one, she came with lots of beautiful goodies. And also this guy came with lots of goodies. Yeah, so I would have to say all my box openings are beautiful, don't get me wrong. But, you know, as collectors, we also love when beautiful outfits is included and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so I would have to say, if I had to choose between these 2 box openings, my first and also this little guy, I would probably have to say my very first box opening was my absolute favorite, because I didn't know what to expect. You know, I mean, everything was just so beautifully done. She was a beautiful, well-made baby, number 1. Number 2, she came with lots of beautiful goodies. And, you know, by the time this little guy came, I think he was probably baby number 3 or 4. So I was already familiar with box openings and stuff. So I would have to say hers, my very first box opening was probably what I would have to say is it. Definitely. Okay, and question number 10. What's your most memorable reborn moment? Now that's a hard one. I cannot think of what's my most, I don't know, actually. I don't know. That's a hard one. Like, what is my most... Mind you, I've had some reactions with my babies. I've had a niece that I shared my baby girl Dia with. you know, because she and her husband have had some difficulties with fertility, and I know the babies cannot fill that desire that they have, but I feel like it can, you know, bring some sort of comfort, I feel. So I shared baby girl Dia with her, and in fact she enjoyed it. So maybe that would probably have to be my most memorable reborn moment, I think. Yeah. So that's it, everyone. So that's my theme Thursday with Dyson Ash James, and he is the Grayson Kit by Bonnie Brown, and he is wearing this little doggy Carter's outfit. And again, the shirt is in green with navy blue stripes, and it has the gray round collar, and also he have this cute little bulldog in gray and white. And again, here's Shaggy. Shaggy is a Build-A-Bear dog that I thought would be great for this video. And yeah, so unpairing this shirt is, I paired the shirt with this, and with the shirt is this navy blue pants and his white koala baby tennis shoes. Yes. So that's it, everyone. And thank you so much, Miss Strawberry Moon's Babies, for the tag. I just love tags, and I welcome more tags. Yes. So thank you all so much for watching, and you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.